Instagram just released a brand new feature that is going to tell you exactly what's trending within your niche, what hashtags you should be using, what hooks you should be using in your content, and even what sounds you should be using. And it's going to make it 100 times easier for you to actually create content, because if you were trying to find what was trending in your niche a week ago on Instagram, it would have been incredibly time consuming and you might not have actually come up with the right answer depending on where you're located. So in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can use this tool, the best time to post on Instagram, and the best hashtags to use, because those two things have recently changed. But before we dive into that, please smash that subscribe button if you want to grow quicker on Instagram. And this new feature literally helped this creator gain over 50,000 followers in a really short period of time, so I strongly suggest you begin using it. So now, before you create a video on Instagram, what you need to do is you need to go to Instagram and you need to search for whatever you're gonna be talking about. This could be a phrase or this could be a keyword, because Instagram has finally fixed search results. Guess what shows up now when you do a search for something? A bunch of reels show up. The reason those reels show up is because those are the reels that are trending for that specific search. And what can you gather from this? 1, how long your videos could be. 2, it gives you videos that you should be remixing. 3, it gives you formats that are working within your niche, creators that you should be watching within your niche. And the best part about this feature is it's not all creators that have 1 million followers. Instead, it actually takes into consideration small creators. Why? Because it knows that if small creators are getting a lot of views on a subject, well then guess what? It means that you could get a lot of views too. But I will warn you, if you look up a phrase for something that you're about to create a video on and you don't see videos that have gotten a lot of views, it's probably a horrible idea to actually create a video on that topic. Because if you do, Instagram's not gonna know who to push it out to. And what is this gonna end up as? It's going to end up as a flopped post or you not getting a lot of views. And ultimately, this is simply because you don't know your audience. So what you need to do is actually study what these creators are doing. See what they're doing within their other posts. Could you take the format that they've done and bring it to a new post? And this is going to allow you to get more views on Instagram. Now, we can't stop there. You also need to make sure that you're posting at the best time and using the right hashtags, because if you're failing to do those two things, you could remix the right video, you could create a video on the right topic, you could even use the best format in the world. But if you're not implementing those things also, well then guess what? Your videos are gonna go nowhere. But before we dive into that, did you know that the Instagram algorithm has recently changed? Well, if you want to learn exactly how it works, get my free Instagram growth course at the link in the pinned comment below. Now, right now, there are 3 best times for you to be posting on Instagram. The first one is going to be from 9 to 11 a.m. The second, from 1 to 3 p.m. And then finally, from 7 to 10 p.m. Now, there are a ton of mistakes that I see so many small accounts make when it comes to when they're posting on Instagram. So you need to make sure that you're not doing these things. First, you need to wait some time in between your posts on Instagram. You can't just post and then 30 minutes later, post again, because Instagram will not push out your content, either the first one or the second one, after you do something like that. So instead, what I strongly suggest you do is wait a few hours in between posts. The second thing I need to make sure that you're doing, do not post exactly on the hour. Don't post at exactly 9 a.m. Post at 9:05, because a lot of people schedule their posts and they'll schedule it for on the hour. So when you upload on the hour, there's actually an increased amount of competition for the amount of people that are on Instagram. And this results in you getting less views, you getting less reach, you reaching less non-followers. And ultimately, that's going to lead to maybe losing followers or you not gaining as many followers as you otherwise would have. In addition to that, I need to make sure that you're posting at those time slots for your specific time zone. This has recently changed. Instagram is becoming more geo-focused. And if you travel a lot, I bet you see this. When you go to Florida, you see more Florida related posts. If you're in Malibu, you see more Malibu related posts. If you're in the UK, you see posts related to the UK. The reason being is because Instagram is becoming more geo-focused. This helps them push out short form content in a way better variety, because they understand that a lot of people come onto Instagram to find restaurant suggestions, to find bar suggestions, to find things to do where they are, and they're trying to prioritize that so that people don't go to Google for that or don't go to TikTok for that, but instead they come onto Instagram to find all of those things. Now, using the feature I mentioned in the beginning of this video is great. Posting at the right time is great, but you need to make sure that you're using the right hashtags. In fact, I just helped this creator going from using the wrong hashtags to using the right hashtags, and guess what happened? He was able to gain over 15,000 followers, and the same thing can happen to you if you simply implement these hashtag strategies. But first, I need to make sure that you're not making the mistake that I see so many creators make when it comes to their hashtags. First and foremost, using irrelevant hashtags. Using irrelevant hashtags is going to confuse Instagram, and Instagram isn't going to know who to push your content to. The second thing, only put your hashtags after your description. Don't put them before your description. Don't put them in the middle of your description. And please do not put them in the comments. You look like an idiot when you do this. Also, you need to make sure that you're using the most followed hashtags that are relevant to whatever you're posting about. The reason you want them to be the most followed is because people follow hashtags, people interact with hashtags, and when they do those two things, they see the content that shows up underneath those hashtags. In addition to that, Instagram is going to take hashtags into consideration when they determine who to push your content to. So if you use irrelevant hashtags or use small hashtags, they're not going to think that there's a large audience for that piece of content you just created. Now, when it actually comes to how many hashtags you should be using, there are 3 different strategies you need to be using. The first one, 3 to 4 hashtags. The second, 7 to 8 hashtags. And then finally, 12 to 15 hashtags. Remember, they need to be relevant. Don't use the same hashtags every single time that you post. And if you want to get guaranteed followers on Instagram right now, I've got a special offer for you, so keep watching this video. The opportunity to grow on Instagram and this organic reach we're currently seeing are not going to last forever. And there are 2 things holding you back from seeing the growth like the creators that I share with you in this video. The first one is that you haven't implemented the tips that I just shared with you. And the second is that you haven't gotten into my Instagram mentorship program yet. That's literally going to guarantee that I help you get more followers on Instagram in the next 30 days, or you get your money back, 0 questions asked. In fact, the average person that's gone through this program in the last 30 days has gained over 25,000 followers, and nobody has ever gone through it and gained less than 1,000 followers if they implemented every piece of advice that I share with them. Now, since you're still watching this video, I'm gonna assume you're probably above average. So the odds of you gaining over 25,000 followers are probably quite high. And if you want results like that, go to the link in the description below right now and sign up, because there are limited spots available. I'm gonna be telling you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use. I'm gonna send you new post ideas, and I'm gonna critique your content to guarantee that you get more growth on Instagram in the next 30 days. It doesn't matter what your niche is or what your background is. This program is gonna help you get followers more easily and quicker, so that you don't have to spend endless hours trying to figure out the things that I already know about exactly how to grow your account. In fact, I just helped this creator in the program and they gained over 100,000 followers in just 30 days. I helped this creator, they gained over 150,000, and this creator over 200,000 followers. If you want results like that and I want you to be my next success story, go to the link in the description below and sign up right now, because every single day that you wait, it's only gonna get harder to grow on Instagram. It is easier than ever to grow right now, but you need to take advantage of this opportunity. And what's better than an opportunity where you're literally gonna grow on Instagram or get your money back, 0 questions asked? Again, there are limited spots, so go to the link in the description below and sign up right now. Otherwise, I strongly suggest you check out the next 2 videos I put up on the screen, because they're the videos YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.